One minute, it's Hillary Clinton ahead in the polls. The next, it's Donald Trump. And with the opinion polls telling us so many different things, are there any other ways we can predict who will win in November?
What we use are things like real household personal income, house price growth, and gasoline price growth. And if they're satisfied with the status quo, they're more likely to vote for the incumbent political party.
This model from Moody's has got the winner right every year since it was created in 1980. So what do they think will happen this year?
The Democratic candidate should win with about 332 electoral votes.
But wait, not everyone thinks Hillary Clinton's going to win.
Donald Trump is going to win. How you do in one type of election ought to be predictive how you do in another type of election. There's a very distinct pattern that it's the party that nominates a candidate who does better in the primaries wins the general election.
And it's because Donald Trump beat Ted Cruz by a much larger margin than Hillary Clinton has over Bernie Sanders that he thinks this year's the Donalds.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
What about putting science to one side and looking at some of the other theories that people use? Like this one. If your surname ends with the letter N, then you have a pretty good chance of becoming president. Like by that measure, Hillary Clinton looks certain to be in the White House. But then there's this theory, the Olympic Games one, where if a country's hosting the Olympics for the first time ever, the party in power loses office. This year is Brazil's first hosting the Games. So by that measure, that means that the Democrats would be out and Donald Trump would be in. Two predictions call it for Trump, two call it for the Democrats. So let's look at one more, which has got it right for more than 3 decades.
I developed a model with 13 key questions, true or false questions, that could be answered before an election that primarily indicate whether or not that performance has been good enough to give the party in power another 4 years.
His questions look at everything from whether the party in power has done well on foreign policy, in the midterm elections, and even whether their candidate has enough charisma.
If 6 or more of the keys are false, the party in power loses. If fewer than 6 are false, the party in power wins.
So where does that leave us?
My model is still uncertain. It's looking grim for the Democrats.
And it's looking grim for anyone who wants a definitive answer as to who will be in the White House in November. These models have got it right for decades, but even they can't agree.